So Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis has been very busy recently. Not with anything good, but he has been very busy. So we're just going to kind of jump through these, and we're going to start with these new Florida adopts the nation's toughest restrictions on protests. Now, these restrictions, in my opinion, are a direct violation of the First Amendment. The most egregious aspect of these is, say you're at a protest and it turns violent. You know, someone throws a rock at a window or something. Anyone at that protest is now eligible to be arrested, and that seems insane to me. That seems like a direct contradiction of the what is put out in the First Amendment. And I think that anyone that really cares about the First Amendment would be opposed to these restrictions. But we're seeing this stuff pop up all over the country. I mean, it's like 20 plus different restrictions on protesting have been introduced in different states, all by Republicans, which is very ironic with how often we're hearing them claim that the left is trying to attack free speech and attack the First Amendment. But we see this. And so then we'll kind of jump into this. So Ron DeSantis has also implemented a new $1 billion tax on consumers. Now, originally, this tax is going to be going into this fund that's for unemployment. But then once the fund is like completely filled up, it will be used basically to cut the commercial rent tax. This is something that lobbying groups in Florida have been pushing for a while now. And it's just like, this is a tale as old as time. We see, raise the taxes on the middle class, lower class, so that you can give a tax cut to corporations. And I think that it's very unfortunate. Again, also very ironic. How often do we hear about Republicans talk about, wanting to cut taxes, especially on the middle class? But nope, this is going to be a tax that will disproportionately hurt the middle class and disproportionately help corporations and large businesses. And so then we have something I'm a little bit, I guess, conflicted on in a way, not necessarily. So in a response to the whole defund the police movement, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will be introducing a budget. Actually, he just signed the budget that will be giving $1,000 bonuses to police and first responders. Now, honestly, I don't have like that big of a problem with this, or honestly, any problem with this. I really don't have like giving people more money, like higher wages, generally not something I have an issue with. I think my biggest response to this is like, let's do teachers next. Let's do all government workers in Florida. That's the thing, is that like, it's obvious. It's a weird politically motivated thing, because I mean, honestly, it's almost like a straw man of like what he's responding to, because like I don't think that there's anyone like within the whole like that's calling for defund the police that's talking about police wages. Like anyone that's talking about like defund the police is talking about like demilitarizing the police and all these different things. Not really like the wages specifically. I don't think that there's very many people saying that like, oh, police are getting paid too much. But regardless, like I said, I actually don't think that this is necessarily a bad thing. I wish that this applied to all Florida government workers. But it's his way at trying to respond to defund the police and just this whole sentiment going on right now regarding the police. And then finally, we have Florida's DeSantis signs new voting restrictions into law as Republicans rush to ally with Trump's false claims of voter fraud. And so, I mean, this is similar to the anti-protesting stuff. We've seen this pop up all over the country, different restrictions. These new restrictions in Florida really mirror kind of what we saw from Georgia. There's a restriction on ballot drop boxes. There's restrictions on absentee voting. You can't give water to people who are standing in line to vote. Very clearly an attempt. And this is also the ironic part, is that if you ask DeSantis about the the results in Florida's election during the general election, he said that they were great. He said that there was no fraud. He would say that everything went good in Florida. All the states that Trump won, apparently those were good states. But he still is implementing these new restrictions because of fraud that apparently didn't happen. It's ironic because he is just trying to appeal to this base, and it's working honestly right now, because I think if Trump doesn't run for re-election in 2024, I think that DeSantis is going to run, and I think that he is probably going to get it. I think that he's definitely the front runner right now of all the people that are not named Trump. I guess a lot of people would probably throw Mike Pence in there, but it seems to be that Pence kind of fell out of favor with the base a little bit there towards the end. DeSantis appears to be doing everything he can to kind of get his name in the spotlight. This kind of started with his response to COVID. A lot of people feel like Florida responded very well to COVID. Despite the fact that I believe California has less deaths per capita, but that's beside the point. Everyone is feeling like DeSantis did this phenomenal job with COVID, and now he's doing all this stuff that's really just red meat for the base. And I think that he's probably going to run in 2024 if Trump doesn't run. Obviously, if Trump doesn't run, there's no way DeSantis will run because he doesn't have a shot. But if he doesn't run, I think there's a good chance that he could get the endorsement from Trump. They're very close, and so I think that DeSantis is someone to watch right now. I don't think it would be good if he ran. I don't think that he would make a very good president. And so I hope he doesn't run. I hope I'm wrong. But I think as of right now, he is probably the favorite of everyone that's not named Donald Trump. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you disagree with anything I said, if you feel like there's anything I missed, I should have talked on, please leave a comment down below. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe and have a great day.